So children, we looked at Fahim, and now let me talk about Fahim. And in fact, before that, I would like to talk about Fensang also. So Fensang and Fahim, they were two travelers. Fensang, in some ways, he was different. That he came to study also. He stayed back for 14 years in Nalanda. Nalanda, do we remember? The famous university. I showed you many videos. They are still on GCR. I would request, please go today in the evening or tomorrow, please watch them again. We are talking about ourselves. Today we talk about, all those Yale, Eton, Trinity, Harvard's, but there was a time when you had these universities in India. I'm taking their name and you have to research about them, so to speak. Nalanda, Vikramshila, Ujjaini, Takshashila, these were the seat of learnings in ancient India, so to speak. Let's concentrate on Nalanda just now. 10,000 students, children. And to teach 10,000 students, there were almost 5,000 teachers. There was a staff of 2,000 people to take care of these people. It was a 3-storied building. Can you imagine? In those days. I have showed you this video, but I'll repeat. I would love to repeat this incident with you. This term entrance test has derived from Nalanda only. At the gate of Nalanda, there used to be a professor who used to ask certain questions from the students. And if the student is able to answer, then only he was allowed to enter at the gates of Nalanda. Otherwise, no, permission was not granted. From here derived the term of entrance test, which we are still following. We have our roots over there. There can be no wings without roots. So you get to know where our roots are. So let's come back to our travelers. Why are we talking about these travelers? In India, there was no tradition of writing history, children. I have told you a long time back. Alexander's, even date we don't get. Alexander's invasion, this 326 BC, is the first date which we get, courtesy the historians or the learned people who accompanied Alexander. They wrote about us. So at this particular time, we collect bits and pieces of our history from the sources. Like what? Anything. I don't think this is a good example, but you will understand. Everybody is talking about this Sushant Singh Rajput's sad demise. But like every quarter is being looked into, from where we can get some information. His phone calls to his Google search, everything. Similarly, when we have to create something of that particular time period, which happened years and years ago, we look into everything. From those books, documents, we can get some information. So these travelers, they wrote about, they write rather. It's not a past tense thing, it still happens. So these days travelers write blogs. And in those days, travelers, they used to maintain journals. And this is a genre, children. In English, you have read this, but I'll repeat this. And you can even think about a few famous travelers. So travelers maintain their journals, and these journals, this thing is known as travelogue. And I'll tell you, Marco Polo, another big name for history, Tale of Two Cities one, his travelogue is the longest. So I would request, go back and search in Google like you did for Stonehenge's beautifully. So and find out about these travelogues. So what Fahim wrote, that became a source of history for us. I'll show you a video just now which talks about the path, the route which Fahim took. So let's look at this video first and then we'll talk again. Thank you.